This video is not sponsored by any of the companies mentioned.
Hi, Shanna Rowe Jackson here from Caution Artist at Play, and it is that time of year again. I just had a birthday pass, and so that means it's time for my annual birthday art supply haul. I'm so excited. So as per usual, I'm going to start off with gifts that I got, anything between like just artisty, gifty items to actual art supplies, and then I will also show you things that I bought with gift cards that I got for my birthday, as well as a few things that I've gotten recently with money that I've made from my art. So let's get started. The first things that I want to show you are gifts from my husband. And this one's not a supply, but it is a fun little studio decoration that I can have. And it's a Funko Pop Doll. And this one is Jean-Michel Basquiat. I'm very excited. They don't seem to have like a lot of artists, but since it says like pop artists, I'm really hoping that they'll come out with more. So far, I think that I have a Van Gogh one, a Bob Ross one, surprise, surprise, because his face is everywhere. And now I have this one. So I'm hoping that they come out with more because I'd love to have like a whole collection of them to put in the studio. And this will go great alongside my others that I have here so far. To be fair, I already need to buy a new shelf because I have a bunch of Funko dolls as it is from my favorite shows and stuff as well. So I'm really excited to add this to the collection. The next thing that he got me is not going to show up on screen very well, but he got me a new artist apron. And it's fun, and it's like nice green. I love this color green. It has lots of pockets. It's a little bit big on me, but I think it's going to work really well because I like the length. That way there, I can also protect my superhero jammies. So I love it a lot, and I'm really excited to start using it because my old one is crusty. She's kind of a work of art in and of herself, an abstract work of art, but she's old, she's crusty. I'm excited to start using my new apron. And then the next thing that he got me was a 2-pack of sketchbooks. I haven't really heard of this brand before, but I'm pretty excited. I always need just regular sketchbooks. I use sketchbooks like this for my preliminary sketches, and this comes with a ton of paper. There's 100 sheets. It's a 9x12, and it doesn't advertise that it's acid-free, but I used my acid testing pen on a page a few days ago, and it has not changed, so it's going to work really well. I'm not exactly sure where he got these. If I find out where he got these, I'll link it in the description below, and I'll try to link anything that I can in the description below in case you're interested in any of these items. But I think this is going to be great for my preliminary sketches and things like that. Okay, so on to gifts that I got from other people in my life. I mentioned a little bit ago that Bob Ross's face is everywhere. Well, now I can have it on toast. My best friend and her husband bought this for me. She might as well be my sister. I grew up with her, and I just think this is a hoot. And so I'm pretty excited about it, and it's just such a great novelty gift. They saw it, and they thought it was perfect for me, and so I'm excited to try the toast, have some happy little toast. I'm so fortunate to have like such great friends who are supportive of me as an artist. And so that brings me to my next gifts. And these are from my friend Kayla and her husband Brian, and they're both just really exciting. So the first thing I want to show you is this little, I like to call it a tree because it's nice and green and pretty. My friend Brian made this with his 3D printer, and it is to hold paint tubes. And it just so happens to fit my M-gram watercolor tubes perfectly. So now I get to have those out on display in the studio. And it just adds a nice little touch. And I love that it's, you know, personalized. And I think it's really neat. So I'm really excited about this. And they also bought me this beautiful photo slate with wooden colored pencils on it. And it comes with a nice little stand. And this is made by Rokowski from Maine, photography and woodworking. And that's the email. I'm going to look and see if he has a website, and if so, I will link that in the description below because I'm sure that he probably has a lot of other beautiful products. And I just love it, and it goes perfectly in the studio. I don't know. It's beautiful. It's perfect. So I'm very excited about this gift. Okay, so the next thing is just a fun little decoration. I went shopping on my birthday with my sister, my niece-in-law, my niece, and my little great-nephew, and it was a fantastic time. And of course, we found ourselves craft shopping. We were supposed to be shopping for shoes, but that didn't end up happening. Clearly, we have priorities. And we ended up at Joanne Fabric, and I saw this little ornament. Oh, I love it so much. It's so cute. I had to get it, and I think it was half off. Or 40% off, something like that. It was on sale. Their Christmas stuff is on sale. And so, of course, I just had to have it, because I think I want to do a little mini art-themed Christmas tree for the studio. What do you all think? I might put it on the bar or something. Nothing too big, but now that I've got this, I probably created a monster within myself, because I want to get more, but super cute, really exciting, and I think it's going to look beautiful on a tree. Okay, so let's get into things that I got with gift cards. My mother-in-law bought me a gift card to Amazon, and I also had gotten some money from my affiliate through Amazon as well around the same time. And so, of course, I bought myself some fun stuff on Amazon. So let's get into that. The first thing that I got was this book, Art Explained, 100 Masterpieces and What They Mean. I've gone to school and everything like that, and I've taken art history classes, but I'm always looking at ways and new angles to, like, learn about art, because it's nice to come at it from different viewpoints, and I thought that the way they set this book up was pretty interesting. And so I've actually had this on my wish list for a while, and so I finally got it. I just like the way they kind of introduce the artwork. So I'm pretty intrigued at seeing this viewpoint of very famous artworks. The next thing that I got actually involves filming, and this is just a little handheld tripod, and you can actually spread it out to sit on the table. I haven't even opened it yet. But I think this will be good for getting different angles and B-roll and things like that. And this is, again, something I've been eyeing for a little while, and it'll also be good if I decide to do some vlogging, because I'm thinking about doing more studio vlogs. I don't know. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. So how does it work? I think maybe we spread this out, and then we can... Oh, okay. It looks like it's pretty sturdy. So hopefully that works well. My phone is pretty heavy, and that's what I use primarily for filming right now. And so hopefully that will work well, and it'll hold my phone up pretty well. And of course, it'll come in handy, when I'm doing things like vlogs, or if I'm trying to just film B-roll and I want more of a steady hand while I'm doing that. Okay, something that I've had my eye on for a little while that's actually an art supply are these water-soluble graphite sticks by Pacific Arc. And it's 8B, 10B, 12B. Hopefully they work well. Let me grab that sketchbook again. Okay, so this is not watercolor paper, but we're just going to test it out anyway. Let's see how they look. I am really into the dark graphite. I don't know if I should do this before I touch other stuff, but... Okay, so we have the 8B. The 10B. They're so chunky, but I think they're going to be great for larger areas, and I really love working with water-soluble graphite. And the 12B. Oh, she a dark one. Beautiful. Let's see how they wash out. Just have a water brush here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Look how dark that gets. This is going to be amazing for larger areas. I want to see if they have some lighter ones too, but I'm always more interested in getting the darker ones because it can be hard to get a nice dark graphite look sometimes. But I like water-soluble graphite because it doesn't always have as much of a sheen when it dries. and I'm hoping that this will be the case too. This paper held up pretty well considering it's not made for water. Let's see. That 10B is pretty dry and it looks pretty matte, so I'm excited about that as well. Okay, so the next thing is an Artmat pencil sharpener. Now, I love my Derwent Superpoint manual sharpener, but I saw a photo on Instagram recently where somebody had really, really sharp pastel pencils, and that's nearly unheard of. And in the comments, and I apologize because I don't remember who the artist was. I don't think it's anybody I follow. I think I just saw it in my feed from like one of those pages that shares a bunch of artist stuff. So I don't remember who the artist was, but somebody had asked, what do you use for a sharpener? And they commented and said that they use an Artmat, like fine point sharpener or what is this? It doesn't really say. But anyways, from that information, I was able to look this up. And I'm pretty excited. So I want to see how well it sharpens my pastel pencils. Okay, so I have a sampling here. I have one of the Derwent pastel pencils, one of the Pitt pastels, and one of the Stabilo Carbothellos. So let's see. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, that sounds rough. Okay, but it's all the way on sharp. So this small knob adjusts how sharp you get it. All right, I'm gonna keep going, but I'm scared. Okay, that like literally just ate my whole pencil. So, no. Did it give me a sharp lead? Yes. Am I down to half a pencil? Also, yes. So, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I don't use pastel pencils that often just because they're really annoying to sharpen, and I'm not somebody who's out here trying to cut myself with a blade because, you know, people like to use craft knives to do it. No, that's not what I'm about. And so, I really prefer to use sharpeners, but I don't know that I am happy with how little this pencil is now that I sharpened it. So I'm not going to test it on my other ones right now because I don't want to eat up a Pitt pastel. I just don't want to do that. So anyway, there's that. If you have tips, like if you have this sharpener and you have tips on how to use it, please let us all know below, just because, you know, this is just a quick test. I got other things that I need to move on to in the video, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. And so if you have this and you have tips on how to use it, please let us know in the comments below, and I'll look at that, and I'll get to it later when I actually decide to use the pencil sharpener. But as for right now, that's all she wrote. Putting my, my poor little pencils aside. The next thing that I got from Amazon was another book, because I'm a bookworm. But this one, as you know, if you've been watching my channel recently, you know I've been getting into like these fun inspirational activities and books and things like that. And so this is an inspiration book called An Artist Once Said by Hannah Rawlings. And I think it's really neat because it gives us the opportunity to create some stuff that is inspired by quotes by artists. I wouldn't mind turning into a vermilion goldfish. So like you could draw a goldfish if you wanted to. My idea of a good picture is one that's in focus and of a famous person doing something unfamous, Andy Warhol. So you could draw Johnny Depp washing some dishes if you wanted to. So like things like that, I just thought it was really neat. I am interested to see how well the paper will hold up to different media, but I kind of saw this on a whim, and I just thought it would be a good time, another place to play. If I'm not sure what to draw in my sketchbook that day, I can come here and get some inspiration and do some fun activities in here. Okay, and the last thing from my Amazon part of the haul is also another inspirational thing. Inspired by Frida. These are inspiration cards. And I haven't even opened them yet. I've been waiting for this video so that we can open them together. It's such a cute little box. Oh my gosh. So how to use the cards. Use these cards to reorient your mind towards creativity. Deeply inhale, give a long exhale, and let your mind go. Then pick a card from the box or spread the cards out. Image sides facing up and choose the first illustration that attracts you. Draw one card each day and place it on your altar. Light a candle, sit quietly, and converse with your soul. So I just think this is such a beautiful gift item. And if you're interested in other items like these, I do have a video talking about fun items like these to help you get inspired. I will have that on the end screen so that you can click on it and check out those items. But let's just take a closer look at some of the illustrations. They all have Frida. They're beautiful. I love the colors. Very exciting. Let's see some of the sayings. Live to honor a legacy of love and propel yourself with your infinity. Be the star of your life. So these are kind of like life inspiration, but I'm sure that you could find ways to use them to inspire your art. As you must serve everything you create, it's a good idea to do so with love and integrity. So just like beautiful like affirmations, and this is really exciting and inspirational. Don't be afraid of the biggest unknown in your life, your potential. It's a gift you must unwrap each day. I love that. So I'm really excited. This is going to go great with my other fun inspirational things. Okay, so now for the kind of bigger part of the haul, I had some gift cards to Dick Blick. So let's check out the loot. One of the things that I got from Blick this time was an acrylic pouring set by Golden. I actually had my eye on this set a long time ago. Obviously, acrylic pouring isn't as popular. At least I'm not seeing it everywhere like I was a few years ago, but I still like to do it as a relaxing, you know, wind down creative activity. And this was on clearance. And so I'm like, oh, that's rad. I have been looking at that for a few years now. And so let's take a look at what comes inside it. So it comes with the color pouring medium by Golden, obviously. And then it comes with some of their fluid acrylics, which I love their fluid acrylics. And so that's another reason why I'm like, okay, I'm getting this. I could always use more acrylic pouring medium, and I can never have enough paint. So they have the alizarin crimson hue. Benson, holy moly. This yellow. Yep, the Benny yellow. That's just what I'm going to call it because I'm not attempting that today, folks. Yeah. Green gold, which I love this color. I already have this, I think, but I could always use more. I love this color. Prussian blue hue. And some titanium white. Could always use more titanium white paint. And so this kit was only $20 because it's on clearance right now. And so that's pretty good considering how much these paints normally cost and how much pouring medium usually costs. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay. The next thing is probably not as exciting for you as it is for me, but I got myself some more of the Masters brush cleaner. This stuff is the stuff. Cleans oil paint, cleans everything. Obviously watercolor and acrylic paint, and it reshapes your brush. It's a brush conditioner, and it smells lovely too. And I get the classroom size because I use a lot of it. This is the soap that I use when I'm cleaning my brushes, and it's fantastic. I just can't say enough about it. And so highly, highly recommend. There are different sizes. This one is the biggin. It's 24 ounces. They're all reasonably priced, but you're getting your bang for the buck with this. Even though it's kind of pricey, it's the priciest option because it's the biggest. You're getting more bang for your buck this way. And basically, it's like a big tub of soap. And you rinse your brushes and you wash them off on that and you rinse them out, and it's fantastic. So another thing that other people might consider to be boring is some acrylic medium by Liquitex. This is their gloss varnish medium. I love this. It goes really well over like acrylic pourings. I use that quite a bit when I am varnishing like my miniature paintings and things like that, because I like them to be nice and shiny. Okay, so I got a couple of paints as well. I use a lot of the golden high flow acrylics. I also really, really love the acrylic inks by Holbein. Those are fantastic as well. I love them for airbrush and things like that. But I got a couple more colors of my golden high flow. I got the interference blue, which is just like a nice shimmery, pretty color. They put the sample on the front. And then I got some permanent violet dark, but I think this was in my cart, like from a long time ago, because I don't know if you're like me, but I go on Blick and I just add a bunch of crap to my cart. I'm pretty sure I have a very similar color in Holbein already, so I probably didn't need this. But it's here now, so, you know, there we go. I got 2 things of the Holbein Melt Colored Pencil Blender because I use this stuff so often. I go through a lot of it, and I just want to make sure I had some on hand. And whenever I am doing any type of Blick haul, I always make sure that I grab extras of things that I use all the time, or I'm refilling things that I'm low on. And so I bought 2 bottles. I'm really hoping that someday they come out with a larger bottle, but right now they just have the 35 ml option. And so I bought 2 of those. And also, as a refill of my Holbein supplies, I bought some of the primary white gouache because I had some of the permanent white gouache and I want to try the primary white. I ran out of my gouache because I had it since I was in school, and so I used up all my white gouache. Always need extra white. The next couple of things I got are for printmaking. I got a easy to cut lino. I've never tried this plate before, so I'm intrigued. And it's by Jack Richardson. And then I also bought some of the, I think these ones are just like maybe the Blick brand. They're just like the gray soft cut lino cut. This is also something I've had on my list for a while, and that is some Sculpey. I have some colored Sculpey, but I don't know if you know this about me, but I also like to make jewelry, and so I like to kind of sculpt beads, and it's not something I really do on a channel, and I haven't done it a whole lot lately, but I'd like to get back into my jewelry making a little bit, and I thought it'd be fun to make my own beads and things like that. And then if I do want to do other sculptures, I can. Like I said, I already have some colored Sculpey, but I wanted some white, and so here it is. And I got some of my favorite surfaces. This is something else that I always keep on hand in the studio, these 5x7 encaustic boards. These are so versatile. I love them so much. You've seen me work with marker on them. You've seen me work with acrylics on them. And I use them all the time when I'm testing new supplies and things like that, especially this 5x7 size. And I was getting low, and so I got a couple of the 3 packs of those so I could have them on hand. Also, something that I had in my cart already is a sketchbook. I use the Canson XL Mixed Media sketchbook quite a bit for preliminary sketches. Of course, at the time, I forgot to take this out of my cart because my husband had gotten me 2 new sketchbooks. So I am going to be stocked up for a while on sketchbook paper, but this is a smaller size than what he got me, and so this will be good for some of the smaller preliminary sketches and practice work, things like that. I also stocked up on some new colors of pan pastels. I already have like the 24 set of painting colors or something like that, and then I just wanted to add a few more colors. And not that like I really needed to add more colors, because you can mix whatever colors you need to. These are highly mixable, but I got Phthalo Blue Extra Dark. I'm really loving these darker colors. And the Magenta Extra Dark, because I didn't really have a really dark blue or a dark purple. And I wanted an extra dark brown, so I got the Red Oxide Extra Dark. And these are all highly light fast. They're all a light fastness of 1. And then I went really, really light, and I got the Turquoise Tint. And I've been hearing really good things about their colorless blender, so I was really curious about that, so I bought one of those as well. So here's the big part of the Blick haul. Pencils. I got a lot of colored pencils with this haul. The first two that I got were two of the soft white by Holbein. These are a bop, folks. I love these pencils. It's right up there for me now with the Derwent Drawing Chinese white. I use them kind of for different things, but they're fabulous. The one I had is getting really low. I want to make sure I had them on hand. And then I decided to finally invest in some of the Pablos by Caran d'Ache. Let's take a look at them. I also bought some refills of other pencils that I use, so I'm just going to pause for a second and sort them out so that I can show you the colors I got. I'm not going to swatch these today because this video is already outrageously long. Art hauls tend to run long for me, so I'm not going to swatch them, but I will give you an idea of the colors that I got. Okay, so starting off, I got a refill of the Silver Gray in the Luminance line. And I also got some refills of some Prismacolors. I bought, these are dirt cheap, so I bought two of each of these colors in the very thin line. Because I think I heard that the very thin line is ending, but don't quote me on that. I don't really remember. So I've got two of the black, two of the olive green, and two of the white. If you're noticing, I really like to stock up on the white pencils and the white paints and stuff. And then I also got a pink coal erase. This one was on clearance, and so it was dirt cheap. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'll get it. And then I use these colors quite a bit as well. I got two of the cream. Hopefully they're, well, this one's more centered than that one. And then two of the gray-green light. I really love this color. Those look pretty centered, so I'm happy about that. Okay. So now for the Pablos. I've never invested in this line before. I've tried a few of their pencils here and there, but I would never buy the full set because I did some comparisons on Lightfast ratings years ago. I did an old video of it, and these didn't bode very well for their price, especially considering the fact that they're made by Caran d'Ache, who was I think they were the first company to come out with an all Lightfast line, being the Luminance, and then obviously Derwent Lightfast came out later. And so I was really disappointed considering the price. And I did discover that it was cheaper to buy open stock anyways than it would be to, at least back then, I don't know, I didn't check this time, than it would be to buy sets. I don't know. And that's really odd to me because usually a set, like buying in bulk, is cheaper, but it wasn't back then. So I just ended up doing open stock and I only got Lightfast colors. And the reason why I decided to get these is because the few colors that I had in the past, they worked really, really well on the Luxe Archival sanded paper because the Luxe Archival works really good with oil-based pencils. I think that these are oil-based and they're harder. And so I thought, you know what? I want to get some of these because they worked fantastic. I felt like they worked just as well, if not even better than the Polychromos on sanded paper. I was really impressed with that. And I want to work with my oil pastels more. And as you know, when I work with oil pastels, I work on the Luxe Archival sanded paper and I like to use colored pencil for detail. So let's take a look at the colors that I got. And I think it's ironic that they have it written as permanent color when a lot of their line is not very Lightfast considering the price that you pay for the pencils. And so beautiful pencils. And I'm not saying that they don't have Lightfast colors. They do. Obviously, every range out there other than the Derwent Lightfast and the Luminance, they all have pencils ranging from Lightfast to Fugitive. But anyways, these are all 3s in the Lightfastness. So they're the highest Lightfastness in their line. So I've got olive black, light blue, greenish blue, blue, olive yellow, bistre, I don't know, olive green, malachite green, lemon yellow, cream, azurite blue, sorry, I'm having a hard time reading some of these labels, ash gray, ivory black, slate gray, grayish black, purplish red, white, cobalt blue, canary yellow, mahogany, charcoal gray, dark green, mouse gray, night blue, dark gray, hazel, marine blue, silver gray, chestnut, steel gray, fast orange, granite rose, brown ochre, and khaki green. So you'll notice there's going to be like very few pinks, reds, purples, or anything like that because it's hard to get light fast colors. I was really excited about this color and really excited about this color because they were light fast in this line, and they are both really pretty colors. And then obviously you're seeing a lot of greens, blues, grays, yellows, things like that because those tend to be light fast. So that is my haul of Pablo colors. So 34 pencils. That's not too bad. But yeah, so that is my birthday haul. I got a ton of fun stuff. I'm really excited to get to using it. If there's anything that you see in this video that you'd like to see me do a video on, let me know. I have a lot of things that I need to review. So, I mean, it might be a while before I can do a specific video, but yeah, let me know what your favorite thing in this video is, and I will see you next week. You have a fantastic day. Bye.
Wait, don't go away just yet. If you liked this video, you're sure to like this one too. Also, don't forget to hit subscribe.